Hey guys, Equinox is going to be the Blood DK video, same as the Prot Warrior one and the other ones. This is going to be a general overview, I feel their strength is, and stuff like that. Um, First and foremost, I think the tier set, or the tier ranking I put on their list is still accurate. I think their damage just holds them back too much. Um, in Season 4, they were just as invincible as they are now, but they did way more damage. Now they still don't have the damage to back that up. But they still are extremely viable choice. Their CC is really good. Mass grip utility is extremely good. Um, their survival is absolutely insane. The healer literally never has to touch them. So stuff like that's really nice. But I think they're still just A tier. Their tier set I really like. I actually like the function of their tier set. It's just passive damage increase for using your active mitigation, which is, it's just nice. It's the same as all the other tank ones, just nice passive damage buff. Never have to worry too much about it. Yeah, I think it's good. Their talent tree is actually pretty fun. It changes their playstyle a lot, and you're not like relying on dancing rune weapon to live. You're actually more playing towards your vamp blood and making sure that you have death and decay up all the time, so your blood plague does more and stuff like that. It's really fun. I'll have the build link down below. Um, their defensive or their utility, like with mass grip and stuff, actually makes a pretty big difference. The amount of CC you can get in these dungeons is actually kind of crazy. Like in Ruby Life Pools, you can like single-handedly stop like most of the flame dashes, which is kind of nice. They have really low cooldown on grip. They have double grip, which is really nice. They have mass grip. They have a stun. If you go torn or something, you can have 2 stuns. So yeah. They also have a bomb limb, which is really nice. They have so much CC, which is actually kind of crazy. If you want to, you can spec into AMZ for some group utility. They have knockback immunity. They have root break with Wraith block. And yeah, their threat's still kind of bad. That's the only thing I don't really like about them is their damage and threat is like not very good, which is really unfortunate. They just need to increase their threat, so they're not relying on MD. They honestly just need a flat damage buff. Like Shattering Bones is still their top damage, and Glacial Fury, the flask is still really high on their damage. I think that needs to be changed. Hard Strike should do way more damage while in Death and Decay, and so should Blood Boil and stuff. It's just they just need a flat damage increase straight up to be able to compete. They're still really strong. Like you can still play them, do super high keys, not even worry about it. So I wouldn't stress it. Like if you're a Blood DK main, you will be completely fine in Dragonflight. You'll have a good time. Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about it. Trinkets might change the tuning a little bit depending on how they good with are with some of the raid trinkets. So could be wrong. Their damage could be just fine. So we'll see. But as it stands right now, their damage is meh. It's not very good. It's worse than Prop Alley. No idea about Bear, and it's much worse than Prowler Revenge the Asian Brew. So yeah. Overall, though, like I said, A tier, strong A tier. If their damage is a bit higher, they'd be S tier along with the other tanks. Like that's just how strong the other tanks are. I know it's kind of weird to see like all tanks in S tier, S plus tier, but they are just good right now. Like none of them feel bad to play really. Like you don't have a problem living on any of the tanks, and their damage, like the way they play is just nice. So yeah, I think Blood DK is just good. It's not like insanely overpowered like Season 4. You're not going to be beating DPS on single target, but you'll still be able to be a Live Lord. You'll be able to have all those stops in CC. Yeah. It's also nice not relying on Dancing Rune Weapon. Like, fully relying on Dancing Rune Weapon to your survivability kind of sucks. So now it's actually like you can play around a lot of different stuff. Their Vampiric Blood's actually a really big part of their survival since playing around Blood Plague and Death and Decay to make your Blood Plague do a lot more damage makes your post Vampiric Blood shield with the talent insanely big. Like it's such a nice tool. They have Tombstone, which gives them a big shield for consuming bone shields, and yeah, they have a lot of way to get bone shield too. Death Crest gives bone shield. Dancing Rune Weapon gives bone shield. A Bomb Limb gives bone shield. Also, they get Power Rune Weapon back, which is really nice. I love that cooldown. You have so many resources now. It's actually, like, for the first tier gameplay, which is usually pretty bad for Blood DK, this feels amazing. Like, you feel like a later part of the expansion Blood DK with how much resources you have. So I'm a big fan of it. I think they did a really good job designing these classes in Dragonflight. Like they don't feel like you lost power. You actually feel like you gained power on a lot of them. Not all of them. I know some classes are not very good right now, but for the tanks, I think it's great. I think they did a really good job. DK just needs number tuning, and that's it. So once they tune DK numbers, I think they'll be S tier. They can't give them too much damage. You don't want them doing Vengeance DH levels of damage because then they'll just be overpowered. You'll just have a tank who lives by himself and does everything. So you don't want that. So I rate DK strong A tier, close to S tier damage tuning, and yeah, that's about it. I think they're really good. I'll post the build down below, and I'll let the gameplay run for a little bit, and that'll be it. So thanks for watching. Socials down in the description, and have a good one.
blame her. I should have thought of her before I left. This door. I sense a breach behind it. The sundered flame must be this way. I need to get back.
The recording is gonna cut off here on the last, or on the third boss, right after the third, because I had some really bad freeze on the last boss. So don't worry too much. I'll link the overall down below, so so you'll still have the good info. So yeah, don't worry about missing the last boss.
What is she hiding?
It's too far.
Deceased!